Hello friends, I am Sherry of Sherry's Plants, and today I am going to compare all of the Erin Condren markers for you. So friends, to introduce myself, I am Sherry of Sherry's Plants. I share my planner ideas, reviews, and inspirations here on YouTube and on Instagram, so be sure to give me a follow there. I am showing you today all of the different, I'm going to do a comparison of the different markers from Erin Condren. So I have the dual tip markers here. They've been around for a while. And then I've got the new fine tip markers and the even newer ultra fine tip markers. And I've got a little pad of paper here. So I'm going to show you guys, we're going to compare some of them. Just a reminder, I'm going to have the affiliate links to these markers down in the description of this video. So if you feel inspired to shop, you like what I show you here, go ahead and click on that link. When you shop using my link, it directly helps me as a content creator. It shows the company that I sent you there to shop that day, and I do receive a small commission from the company at no extra cost to you. It helps me out if you just click the link. You can log in and shop like you normally do using all of your rewards and coupons. So remember to shop using my affiliate link. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this. So like I stated, I have the dual tip markers here that I'm going to be showing you guys. So these have been around for a while, and I have some of them with just like a little label that I had printed. I'm going to work on like replacing these with like a clear plastic label, but for now I've just got that white label on that I've labeled some of these markers. So the dual tip markers have a dual tip. They've got a medium tip and then a fine tip. So this medium tip is a 1.2 millimeter tip, and then the fine tip is a 0.6 millimeter. And then we also have the fine tip markers, and I've got this case of fine tip markers. I absolutely love that they came out with this case. They came out with this at the launch in May. So these fine tip markers, okay, so these markers have a little bit finer tip. These are a 0.4 tip. And then these ultra fine tip markers are brand new. They just came out with the back to school launch. And these, so the packaging here says that they're a 0.5 millimeter tip. The website says they're 0.3. I do believe they are the thinner 0.3 tip. So I love the tips on these. And I'm going to show you guys a comparison. So let me show you guys actually a couple other things I've got going on here. So I actually have the blush acrylic caddy here. So you can kind of see, like, it's got 5 different compartments, and I've actually got it holding like mild liners, and I've got it holding some highlighters here as well, and some other pens. So I've got all of my dual tip markers here in the center, and I do believe I have all of the colors for the dual tip markers. I'm pretty sure, I think I'm gonna have to go through and double check some stuff, but I'm pretty sure I own all of the dual tip markers now. I also purchased, when these fine tip markers first came out, there was 3 packs of 6. And I did purchase like the bundle of all 3 packs of 6. And then they came out with these fine tip markers, or this pack of fine tip markers. And this pack has 24 colors in it. So there are a few colors in this pack that aren't in the bundle pack, but mostly there's a lot of duplicates in here. So if you are looking to purchase like all of the colors, grab this fine tip marker pack here. It comes in a great sturdy case. I absolutely love this case. I can't get over it. And it's really perfect. It's got a little clasp here. It's nice hard plastic. But if there are only certain colors that you want, then maybe you can look at purchasing some of the packs of the fine tip markers, of these fine tip markers as well. And then this is brand new, ultra fine tip marker pack, and this is the only pack available for the fine tip markers. I'm not sure how many different colorways we'll be seeing this in, besides just this colorful one that's very like a rainbow colorway. There were brights, neutrals, and pastels with the fine tip marker pack, and then this colorful pack of 24. The dual tip markers have tons of different packs, and And then like some of them that are in here too, I think were like exclusives from surprise boxes, but I think I got them all here. So I'm just going to show you guys, do a comparison on some of them here for you. And then, so yeah, I showed you my acrylic caddy. I'm also using one of the notepads from the customizable notepads from Erin Condren. So first of all, I love, this is the floral design. It's beautiful. You can customize the colorway and the 6 different floral colors. And then you can choose a dot grid like I have here. You can get lined or you can get blank as well. And then you can customize it down here at the bottom or personalize it with your name or quote or something. Like I've chose my handle down here. So this paper, by the way, is also like the super thick life planner paper. So I love color testing these markers on this paper because I think it's exactly how it's going to write in your planner. Okay. So I just chose some of the blues here that I like. My favorite color is probably blue. So I'm just going to test some of these here so you guys can kind of see the different thicknesses on these. So I'm going to go thickest to thinnest. And I haven't had any of my dual tip markers, even though I've had those the longest. I haven't had any of them dry up or anything like that. Okay. So, like I said, this is the 1.2 millimeters. This is the 0.6. This is the 0.4, and this is the 0.3. To me, like all of these right here are really close. And this top one's like very, very thick. I think honestly, like there are such subtle differences, but if you are looking for like, you know, the finest tip or just a different type of marker, like you can look at like choosing which one you want. If you want like a fine tip and the dual tip, like obviously the dual tip markers I think are a great buy. If you're looking for a finer tip marker, then the fine or the ultra fine markers I think are good. I really like, okay, so I think, like I said, they're good for different reasons. Like if I'm trying to write something thicker, I use the dual tip, the thicker side on the dual tip. I really liked the fine tip markers because I just like the package that came in. It was nice to have just like a fine tip marker. These are also a thinner barrel. So one of the things that I like are that this seems like it's a much thicker barrel than these fine tip markers. So when I write, like if I feel like I'm writing like a normal list or anything like that, just normal everyday writing, I think I prefer this thinner barrel over this dual tip marker barrel. But I feel like I like the way that this ultra fine tip here writes in comparison to this marker tip. Let me see if I can show you guys both of these tips right next to each other. So I very much like these thinner tips. I like how these are writing, and I feel like this cap, to me, like this pen, the quality of this pen just with this cap alone is of better quality. I feel like these lids are very plasticky. They do clip on there, like you feel it snap on, but there's just something like this gives like a real click that it's in there. You've got this little like clip on here that you can clip it onto your paper, or like in the pack right here that kind of clips on like that. So I think I might prefer these ultra fine tips to the regular fine tip markers, but there are definitely more colors in the fine tip markers right now than the ultra fine tips. So I think each one of these packs brings a little bit something different to the table. There are definitely more colors to the dual tip markers. Like I said, I don't even know how many colors there are here, but there are a ton of colors. So it like, to me, as like what I'm going to write with, it really depends on what I'm writing. Personally, I don't use the markers in my life planner a whole lot. I'll use them on, like, I don't use them on my weekly spreads, mostly because I'm using sticker kits, and I find that like the gel pens write better on those sticker kits than like these markers do. But for as far as like writing on the paper, I'll use any of these markers, even like the thick dual tip markers, to write on the paper on like the different, I use them in like my 12 boxes page. Let me show you guys what that looks like. So the 12 boxes page, like I'm using the thick tip of the dual tip markers here, and I'm not worried about it like shadowing through at all. It's like not bleeding through this paper. So any of these fine tip markers are going to work as well. If I were to use any of these markers in my life planner and my weekly spreads, I'd probably use the ultra fine tip markers because I think I like that thickness and the way they write more. I have noticed with the fine tip markers, these middle ones here, these fine tip markers, I think it was Victoria's Plans. She actually just read this on like something she responded to in somebody's Facebook post, but she said like there's like a flicker, like they almost like splatter a little bit. Let me see if I can get like this black one to like, I feel like, well, now it's not doing it. But I feel like sometimes like there's like a little bit of like spray or splatter from like writing with these fine tip markers in here. I've like noticed it. Oh, you know what? I can show you guys here, because I noticed it when I was filling this page out. I used the fine tip markers when I was writing out my annual expenses page here on my notes page. And I don't know, hopefully you guys can see this coming through, but like there's like splatter all around here from using these markers. So that was kind of a bummer to me to see it like splatter like that, but it is what it is. Like it was like they were still pretty new to me. Now if I had written with this, like this type of pen, like this isn't going to splatter at all. And I feel like maybe these colors are like more bold. Like these ultra fine tip colors are more bold than the fine tip markers. Maybe. Like putting everything back in its place. Let's try like a couple of these other colors here and see how this looks. So this is red. That's not different. But I feel like these blues are different here. And these are supposed to be like, I don't know, maybe because I'm writing smaller and applying more pressure now that like, so maybe it's just like the way I was writing with these, but I don't know, maybe there's not too much of a difference there, but I think the colors maybe are a little bit bolder in the ultra fine tips than the fine tip markers. I'm not sure. It's possible. So those were my thoughts. I kind of gave you guys, like, as I was going through, just some of the differences. Like I said, I think it's like how you want to use the markers. I'm not here to say, I don't think any like of these types of markers are better than the others. I think there are definitely ways that like I would prefer to use this type of marker over this type of marker. Like I said, if you're looking for more color variations, if you're looking for like a nice sturdy case, like these come in a nice sturdy case. The dual tip markers also, like when you buy them in packs, come in like a plastic case. They're not like a sturdy case like this. Let me see if I can find a case. Okay, I had to do some digging around for a hot minute, but I found like this case. This is a Tropics color case. And so this is the type of case that it comes with. It is not as sturdy. Like this is gonna fall off if you try to throw this in a bag. Whereas like this fine tip markers case is very sturdy. Your markers are like clipped in there. They're not coming out. And this clip right here makes it shut into this nice hard plastic. This is also hard plastic, but this is gonna fall apart here. So like I said, there are pros and cons to all of these markers. I just really wanted to show you guys kind of the differences and what my thoughts and opinions on were the differences on some of these markers. Let me give you some price points, okay? So let's start with the dual tip markers. There are several different packs of dual tip markers. There is a Twilight, which is purples. There's Oceans, which is blues. There's a Tropics. There's a Forest, which are greens. Sunset, which are like oranges and pinks. There's Earth colors. Then there's the Classic dual tip marker pack. There's a Black Trio dual tip marker pack. There's a Hello Kitty Sunny Day dual tip marker pack. The Classic dual tip marker pack. The Pastel dual tip marker pack. Then there is the Colorful dual tip marker pack. There's so many different packs. They start at, the small packs of 3 start at $10.50. Your packs of 6 are $15.50. And then the Colorful dual tip marker pack is 10 markers for $22.50. Now again, depending on what colors you want, you're gonna pick a different marker pick, okay? There is a dual tip marker mega bundle, which is $49, and you get 4 of the 6-pack of markers in that. And then, but all of these markers, guys, by the way, are also accessories. So they count for the buy 4, you get 15% off your accessories. So if you are going to buy some accessories to add to your life planner or gifts for friends, just something to consider when you're making a purchase there. Okay, let's look at the fine tip markers. So the fine tip markers come in, like I said, you've got this 24 pack that is priced at $29.50. And then you've got 3 packs of 6 that are $15.50 each. So the same price as the dual tip markers. So they come in pastels, they come in the warm neutrals, and they come in the brights. And then lastly is the ultra fine tip markers, which are right now just the 1 pack that you can get. You get 12 markers for $20. So thank you again so much for watching. If you are interested in picking up any of the markers or want to check out any of my other affiliate links, please look in the description of this video. I'm going to have everything there for you. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I am sharing new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.